Hello everyone, I'm Darth Zyle, co-mod author of the great, fantastic, and wonderful house mod Jaggarsfeld, recently featured on Gophers Skyrim Mod Sanctuary. And I say fantastic and wonderful because I am very conceited and I believe it's the best house ever. And I should, because it's Smudge's house, my house, for my character, right here. So, recently, it was indeed featured on Skyrim Mod Sanctuary, and he pointed out a few things. Gopher pointed out a few things that he'd like to see changed, but besides that, because it was featured, it got a lot of attention, and, yeah, a lot of compliments, but also a lot of useful feedback. Out of the 3 months that the mod had existed, we've already quadrupled the number of downloads, as well as the useful feedback. So let's start with this basket. There you go. You wanted clutter, you got the clutter. I'm kidding. We did just add the basket, but whatever. We added that, but really, I mean, come on. Let's face it, it's inside the house that matters. So, immediately, let's take a look. Oh, we got some stuff up on the shelf. It's nothing special. But, oh, we got some boots, and we have book storage. Now, why do we have book storage? Well, I'll tell you. If I go over here and, just put some books in here. Doesn't have to be all of them. Well, let's put all of them. Alright, I have emptied all of my books into the sorting chest, but where'd they go? Well, as I've kind of given away, they go here. They are now sortable. Now, what Gopher wanted was for them to go into the shelves, but we just can't do it. It's not possible. Not with this kind of sorting system. Like, maybe with any sorting system, we cannot figure it out. So really, the best thing we can do is give you a place that way for them all to go. So that way, if you feel like sorting them or just dropping them off, but don't feel like putting them on the shelves in the at the time, instead of having to run all the way downstairs, picking up who knows how many hundreds of pounds of books you got, then trying to slowly walk back up here to place them. At least they're right here, and you can pretty much access all the shelves from this location. Going off of what someone else said is, from their feedback, when they were crafting at the forge, they'd get all the rings and necklaces, and that was because we linked the precious items chest to the forge, because some of the mods out there, they like to demand that you use precious gems, which I don't have. So we have actually made rings and necklaces go into this new, unique looking case right here. So yeah, this isn't linked to anything. I thought about linking it to the smelter, so maybe you can smelt down rings and necklaces to get back their stuff, but I don't even know if that's a thing. But rings and necklaces seem to not like to go back into their system after being used for crafting, so unfortunately that's the one thing, the one drawback about that. So we have some things up on the mantle there. We have some food on the thing. We got the fruit bowl that you suggested. One thing you may have noticed is that this is the food chest. Yeah, well, you may have missed it, but I don't know. But this is the food chest, so all your cooked food and as well as your raw food going there. I do want to make a little hanging rack of meat. You can put some raw meat in there. Well, that's where the raw meat will get sorted, and of course, like, vegetables will get sorted in there. And I don't know what we can do for drinks yet. We got another Rolly bought flower pot right there. And as well as we go down here, oh look, it's different. What's going on down here? Oh, watch this. Watch this. Well, we decided from the feedback that we were getting, the feedback, it confirmed what we were feeling. The claws, the Elder Scrolls, and the Paragons, that you didn't mention what those were, but the purpley table were for the Paragons. They don't belong down here in a dank basement, so we put a bar stocked And oh, don't look there. Don't look there. And of course with a crossbow, just because, you know, you always have a crossbow behind the bar. And some weapon plaques. You can start decorating weapon plaques yourself. Let's just put my less moored crossbow up there. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And let's, you know, we still got the display case. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Something here, which we didn't actually add, but I might as well show you just because I'm here. If I go to shields, well, let's just put a defender up on a wall. Why not? But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get to that. There we go. Oh, let's not have that. There we go. Let's put a proper shield up there, as well as there's the thing here that you can place. Don't mind that it's off center. That's because it's a short sword, because I dual wield and I want the speed. So short swords all the way. Got one there, and we got one there. Just little things that way you can decorate it yourself. And that's pretty much the inside. But also, if we go back outside, back here by the wonderful, very convenient wood chopping apparatus that is not unique to the mod. Oh, open firewood. So now when you sort your firewood, they will come back here. Now, some people might have liked it or preferred it in the miscellaneous chest, but ultimately, firewood is still a very useful property in the forge there. So this is linked to the forge, so you can still use firewood as an ingredient, but it won't grab everything from the miscellaneous chest and put it in your inventory when you're doing your forging. Because come on, I mean, how much stuff are you gonna have in your miscellaneous chest? Tons. Do you want all of that when you're doing this? No. And over here, it wasn't mentioned, but that's your leather over there. That fell from up there. That's not good. And of course, your tannin rack is linked to everything, as well as your armory. I don't have anything linked to anything because I haven't done any sorting, but it's all linked here, as well as the smelter, of course. So let's head to the place that everybody loves. Everybody loves this place. Oh, expand it more. Okay, let's expand it more. Out of my way, Fox. I have things to show. And here we are in the newly upgraded trophy hall. Now, it doesn't look very different from here, but a quick glance to the right will show our new Elder Scrolls Shrine. Down in the basement, it just wasn't enough, and just the scrolls by themselves, then it wasn't enough. It did not speak to it. So now we have a proper display for the Elder Scrolls, but as well as 2 places to place the books about the Elder Scrolls. Now, there might be 3 books, I don't know. If there is, we'll just plop one down right in the middle. But if someone can confirm for me that there are actually 3 books, because we found 3 books, but I've never even heard of a 3rd book. But if someone can confirm that there are indeed 3 books, I'll plop it down. And there we go. So you might think, oh, that's a pretty cool update. Well, I'm not done, because right back here, we have our little Ysgramor shrine, and right down here, you place the shield of Ysgramor, and in his hands, you place Wuthrad, because you might be noticing that the axe is missing from the statue. That's because we want to put the actual axe in his hands, as well as the shield. So if we just go a bit further down, you might notice some lighting changes compared to Gophers vid. That is because I'm not using an ENB that darkens it. So, this is our new claw holder. I don't have these yet on Smudge, but I do have this one. Wait. No, I do have it. Is it on my horse? It might be on my horse. Crap. Alright, well, either way, you get the idea. You get the idea. Look at that. Doesn't that look special? But I'm still not done. Still not done. Here's the new Paragon holder. Very simple. We didn't change this at all, but we added these cool little flamey tip flames. And, ooh, Arvak's skull. I don't have that yet. Don't have that yet. And, yet, still not done. Oh, I'd like to mention the Mirak mannequin. One thing that I've always planned on was for Mirak to be there, but what about the weapon racks? place his weapons. And that was the same idea for here. Because there's two different variations of Dragon Priest staves, so I thought both staffs, and of course the Dragon Priest dagger, or the unique dagger. So that's the theme that I was going with for that. So you might notice something different here. What's that? What's that? Oh, it's the Ring of Namira, and of course the Ring of Hercene, neither of which I have. Which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for the hunter in me. But now we have a place to stick the rings, which is very much in high demand. We have the Wabbarak, of course, which is indeed a pile of cheese. I mean, come on. But I don't have the Wabberjack to place on the Wabbarak. The Altar of Debauchery. And, of course, we've... the Spellbreaker thing. I was not satisfied with it just sitting on a board, but I didn't even know this thing existed until I saw Gopher's playthrough, where he walked through, whatchamacallit place? Bothazam's? I forget. But, yeah, he came across this big old thing, and I'm like, oh, that's where Spellbreaker goes. So thank you, Gopher, for having the playthrough and showing me that. And this is where you put the Ebony Blade, because you get it from the Spellweaver. So, yeah. It used to just dangle in the things, but I wasn't happy with that. So we created a little skeleton, and the skeleton holds on to the Ebony Blade for you. So there's that. And, yeah, so that's the changes, really. There's going to be tons more changes. But for right now, that is the update. That is update 1.04. Gopher reviewed 1.02. It's already up to 1.04 because of the outstanding success of the mod and the great feedback from the community. So I'd like to take this time to personally thank you, Gopher, for showing the mod. We always kind of looked at the mod like, oh yeah, this is a really good house. This is a great house. People are gonna love it. But it never took off, and we thought maybe there was something wrong with it. And yes, there are small little things that people have pointed out, like, oh, could you change this? Could you add this here? Maybe do this differently? And it's made the house a lot better. But you helped make this house as big as it's now becoming, and on a personal note, it was quite awesome to see Richard walk through Smudge's house. So, yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoy the changes, everyone. We are enjoying getting all the feedback and making more changes. More to come. More to come in here. Definitely in here. We are not nearly done with the shrines and unique items that we want to display. So, you may be asking yourself, Zyle, what's next? Where do you go from here? You made a great little hunter's cabins in the middle of nothing, secluded and peaceful, but that's just not me. My character is dark and evil and into the arcane arts and delving into the necromantic ways of the world. Well, all I have to say is, you're not gonna have to wait very much longer. And I think it's gonna be worth the wait.